Hi everyone, I'm Joseph, and today, unfortunately, we'll be doing a Digimon video, but won't be focused on Liberator. It has not yet been updated, so there's no new chapters for the comic portion, nor new chapters for the novel portion. With that being said, though, there is some Digimon news to discuss. So, in case one is unaware, recently Digimon has been doing a lot of collaborations. I shouldn't say a lot, excuse me, but they've been doing a few collaborations. If one recalls from the Vital Bracelet, there was the collaboration that Digimon Bandai Namco did with Metabots. I do have that dim card. I haven't activated or run it yet, but I do like the designs on that card, the roster. And then more recently, Digimon Color collaborated with Monster Hunter. So it just got announced last month. Pre-orders went underway. It was such a popular item that Bandai Namco actually did, I think, 3 pre-orders. For sure they did 2. And I think maybe they had to do a 3rd pre-order as well, excuse me, because each one was selling out when they had the pre-orders open. And now, today, excuse me, my cat's tail. Today is December, November 10th. Just about 2-3 days ago, I actually have it here. Let me double check the correct dates. On the 2nd, so it's been a while now, on the 2nd of November, so about a week or so, it's been announced it's going to be another collaboration, another crossover. Digimon, and this time with Godzilla. So I'm not going to lie, I didn't make a video about the Monster Hunter one because I have played Monster Hunter, but I've never engaged with it. I did try checking it out on my 3DS a long time ago. It just was not a game for me though, unfortunately, and so I never got back into it. I did get Monster Hunter World through, was it PS Plus? Was that either PS Plus or the PlayStation Plus collection? In case one is not aware, when the PS4 first came out, well, excuse me, the PS5, pardon me, when the PS5 first came out, there was a collection of PlayStation games that Sony allowed one to have access to. It's no longer around, unfortunately, but as long as you added it to your library, then you can still re-download it. So I did play a little bit of Monster Hunter World, and I got like decently into it. I got up to the part where I forgot the monster's name, but it's basically the first. I know the community called them. What are they called? A wall. I think that's what they're called. The walls that one has to overcome. Engage more with the what's the word? Features of Monster Hunter in order to take down the monster that one is hunting. So that's my first wall that I encountered. I forgot the creature's name, but it's the one that's really quite fast and also kills you in like 1 or 2 hits. And yeah, I'll be transparent with everyone. The only reason why I'm actually playing Monster Hunter is because of the fact that there is co-op. If it wasn't for that, I probably would not have played it up to that point. I probably would have stopped with the T-Rex monster. Excuse me, I don't know these monsters' names, but the first, I guess it's like a mini wall when you hunt the Monster Hunter version of the dinosaur T-Rex, whatever. But again, the matchmaking system really allows me to engage more with Monster Hunter more than I typically would have. I did stop playing just because after that wall, I did overcome it, but only through the help with my co-op partners. And I don't know, I do want to continue playing it. And in fact, I think pardon me everyone, I had really bad allergies yesterday, so I'm still a little bit congested. So that's why I'm clearing my throat. But thank you for your patience. Anyways, but actually I did go a little bit further beyond that wall. I got up to the part where you're hunting down that giant monster that's introduced at the beginning of the game, and you have to use like cannonballs and things like that. You're trying to capture it essentially. Anyways, so that's the reason why I didn't do a video for the Monster Hunter Cross Digimon V-Pet. I did not pre-order that. I was maybe a bit interested at first, but I realized it's not for me. I don't really like the idea of raising these monsters from a property that I'm not really well versed in. If it was more like Metabots, for example, or Mega Man Battle Network, that's something I definitely would have engaged in and pre-ordered. With that being out of the way, though, why am I making this video? Because I am actually quite excited for the Godzilla X Digimon V-Pet. So there's not too much information that we're aware about it. We don't even know the color of it yet. So I'm looking forward to what kind of color it is going to have. We do have a picture of War Greymon combined with Godzilla. It looks pretty cool. It has the purple spikes from the Monster vs. Godzilla, Kong and Godzilla. I am looking forward to this because I did grow up with some of the Godzilla movies. I only grew up with about 1 or 2 of them. The one that I remember the most is the one with the Ghidorah and also Mechagodzilla. But also did grow up with the American Godzilla. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm a big fan of it. And I'm a big fan of Shin Godzilla and Godzilla -1 as well. So yeah, I really am looking forward to being able to utilize this device. I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more Digimon. It seems like the Monster Hunter device is going to be more monsters from Monster Hunter than Digimon, um, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But even if it's mostly just Godzilla designs, again, I am for sure going to be getting this. More than likely, if one is concerned, or not concerned, but curious about English and Japanese and all that kind of stuff. To my understanding, the V Pets, they do have Japanese, but it's not too much, but there is Japanese text. I am hoping that they're going to update it for it to be more English centric or just remove the language completely. And one utilizes the pendulums, for example. There's very little Japanese. The only Japanese is just the Digimon's name and the type, and that's essentially it. Everything else is either in English or it's just symbolized via a picture of some kind. But yeah, so again, this is barely announced November 2nd. So we don't have too much details, unfortunately. But what I find so interesting about this is that usually, and correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't been in the community I've been a Digimon fan for a long time. But I've only been engaged with the community for about 2 years now since the Vital Bracelet. And to my understanding, usually when Bandai Namco does something, they just announce it and you can start pre-ordering it. I think this might be one of the few times where they're actually making an announcement and the pre-order will happen at a later date. Or at least something as big as this. But yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing more details about this device and just getting more information, more details, and just being able to hold it in my hand one day. So again, I am looking quite forward to this new device. I'm looking around, but I realize it's actually back there. You can actually see it right there, right? My pendulum is right there. And behind it, it's a bit harder to see because of the coloring, but that's my purple case behind the picture. Oops, that's my cat. She knocked over my chapstick. But I was looking around to grab my pendulum. I am having fun with the V-Pets. I said in an earlier video quite recently that I never really engaged with the V-Pets. I did have them when I was young, but I stopped using them once I became a teenager. I never had a Digimon V-Pet. And so, I'm not gonna lie, when I first got into the world of V-Pets, I did get a little bit of buyer's remorse. I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm utilizing this thing. I can't believe I'm doing this. But after a while, I actually started really enjoying them. I think they're cute in a way, the way that you engage with them affects what evolution is going to be. So, it's funny because 3-4 years ago, how you told me that it was going to be a Digimon X Godzilla event, I would be intrigued. And then when I find out it's just going to be a V-Pet, I probably would be like, not really for me, and I would just walk away from that. But it's so intriguing because now at this point, because I have engaged with them, I very much am looking forward to this Godzilla X, Godzilla. I think you're not supposed to say the X, right? I think it says Godzilla Digimon crossover. Oh, whatever, it's fine. You guys know what I mean, right? But yeah, so we should hopefully get. Actually, I would think we will have a new chapter next week. Let me double check. Doo-doo-doo. Not this week, excuse me. It's going to be the following week. Let me quickly double check that. The date for the comic portion is available. I'm going to assume that the novel should be updating soon too, since we're now in a new month and it's supposed to update on a monthly basis. This week, excuse me, I'm glad I double checked. So it's going to be the 14th. So this Sunday, for sure, we will have a Digimon video based on Liberator. It's just unfortunately today, there's nothing new to discuss. So I do thank everyone for their patience. Let me quickly go back to I lost myself on my screen, all right? All right, cool. So hopefully that makes sense. Please let me know if you're looking forward to the Godzilla X Digimon crossover as well. Did you get the Monster Hunter one? If you did, let me know what monster you're most excited for. If you didn't, I'd like to know why as well. Why didn't you engage with that? I've seen other people who are like me who stated that they were intrigued by the Monster Hunter device, but they skipped it. But they very much are looking forward to the Godzilla one. That is something that we'll be purchasing for themselves. So again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. And as always, I thank you for your patience when my cat does noises and stuff like that and when I stumble or pause over myself too. Have a prodigious day, everyone, and take care.